Kentucky State Fair is underway, bringing thousands of livestock and humans all to one place. And sounds like a lot of fun and potentially a lot of germs. But the Kentucky Department of Agriculture says, have no fear. The state is monitoring any spread of animal-to-animal or animal-to-human illnesses. Our June Leffler has more in tonight's legislative update.
One mission of the state's Department of Agriculture is to keep our food sources disease-free.
You'll probably hear me say biosecurity not enough during this presentation. Let me put it that way. Biosecurity is everything to us. So implementing that through risk management to prevent disease from coming on the farm, that's key.
One virus to watch out for, bird flu. In the past 2 years, 70 people in the U.S. have been infected with bird flu through contact with chickens or cows.
We have had no detections in Kentucky for this in our dairy cattle. And since the initial outbreak, a national milk testing strategy has been proffered up by USDA. And Kentucky has tested clean, and we're basically among the unaffected states and remain so at this time.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say bird flu is a low risk to human public health. Still, the confluence of livestock and people from across the state at Kentucky's State Fair is reason for more monitoring.
KDA worked with the State Fair Board and the Department for Public Health to prepare a response should a cow on site test positive for HPAI. We've also worked with the Fair Board to institute enhanced biosecurity measures for the proper disposal of raw milk while dairy cattle are at the fair. And I'm happy to report that we have not had any dairy illnesses go on at the fair. So we're in good shape. We just left the fair, and we'll be back at the fair this afternoon. So,
agriculture officials testified before the state's Disaster Prevention and Resiliency Task Force today. A freshman lawmaker from eastern Kentucky says he's concerned about hazards not on the farms, but in our woods.
Probably the biggest public health concern I have right now in my district is the uptick in the Lone Star ticks biting people. I personally know someone that has alpha-gal syndrome as a result of a tick bite from this last year, and I haven't seen a tick I've never seen a Lone Star tick until this year. When I went out for about an hour and came back with 10 tiny ticks on me.
You know, do tick preventive stuff when you're out in the woods, long sleeve shirts, preventive, sprays that would prevent the ticks from getting on you in the first place. But unfortunately, the multi-life cycle ticks are extremely difficult to control especially since the reservoir would be in the wild and the wildlife would be moving them around.
The Kentucky Department of Public Health reported 121 cases of Lyme disease in 2023, higher than any other year in the past decade. The department has not released numbers for 2024 or 2025. For Kentucky Edition, I'm June Leffler.
We'll bring you more festivities from the State Fair tomorrow. The Kentucky Farm Bureau will hold its annual ham breakfast and auction tomorrow morning. So we'll let you know who was there and how much the top ham goes for.